Hello, everyone. Hi. Yay, mics are working. I am Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to our Friday night session of Cyberpunk Red. I'll be GMing tonight's game, but before we go into um, the introductions for everyone, I would just like to thank all of our sponsors very quickly. Of course, Artalsorian Games, the makers of Cyberpunk. They'll also, as usual, give away a copy of the Jumpstart Kit as a PDF that you can get your hands on if you want to try Cyberpunk Red before it comes out. The Jumpstart Kit is what we've been using for our games during our first season of Cyberpunk, and now we're using the actual full unreleased rules. So if you want a sneak peek at the game as well, this is the place to be. Our other sponsors, of course, include Magen Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements, Found Familiar, the Great Coffee Company, and, of course, Roll20, the platform that we use for all of our games here on Wandering DM. And, of course, our partners, Level Up Dice, through the help of their Diceomancy program, which you can check either in the links in chat or in the panels down below. Without further ado, let's introduce our cast for tonight. For this penultimate episode of the second season, we'll begin with the person to my right on the overlay. We'll go clockwise, so we will begin with our solo.
Sorry.
Nope.
Choking on spit. I'm Adelaide Gardner. Adelaide on Twitter and everywhere else. I play Reno, our solo. And I am part of a team called Action Fiction. We make role-playing games. Our Kickstarter for our expansion for our game Monsters of America starts on this Tuesday. So definitely check that out. It's very funny. You can put it into your own personal games. You can put it into Monsters of America if you're running America. It's great. It's funny. Guy Fieri themed. Lots of spicy references. So check that out. Lots of memes. That's what we're known for.
Up next is our local wrestler.
Hey everyone, my name is Anino. I use he, him pronouns, and for this campaign I play Jimenez, who also uses he, him pronouns.
That was my cat introducing itself. Speaking of cat, Cat, you're next.
Hey, I'm Ren, or Cat. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I play Jinx, a nomad. Yeah. That's about it.
Our next player for tonight is our resident fixer and doctor.
Hey everybody, it's me, Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. I use he, him pronouns, and so does the illustrious Dr. Frost. Mr. White goes by anything that's not derogatory, but he, him is his preferred as well. Take it away.
And lastly, our resident mechanic.
Yes, all you know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter, Prexoreth as me 4. You see me around on Twitch, and I get to play Trins, a friendly neighborhood mechanic who makes it go to 11. And Trins definitely uses she, her, and I use she, her, and it's fine. Everything's fine. There is absolutely nothing wrong tonight at all in any way, shape, or form. Everything is wonderfully copacetic.
Well, we shall see about that. Do you remember, dear players, what happened in our last session?
We met Nona.
Yeah.
There was Nona. And there was intimidation and scaring the crap out of... Well, Jimenez put a guy through a wall. That was real cool. And the doc saved my brother's life again because he is epic like that. And also, apparently, possibly the doc may have a date. I hear that that's a thing that might be going on.
I mean, my note says Doc and Lady Doc in love, so I mean,
Yeah, it's destiny.
And then, of course, we're gonna, go see about a guy who may or may not have shot at my brother, and I may or may not have dated at some point previously. But, then there's of course a question of were they broken up or not? It's very complicated. The definition of their relationship is complicated.
There was lots of food.
Yes, of course. We met Nona. And like every good small, area of Little Italy, you trust that the Nonas know what's actually going on, because cameras may lie, people may have perfectly good security systems, but all of the Nonas, the little old grandmas, know what's going on because they know everybody and they talk to everybody. And they may or may not run a very lucrative restaurant that becomes the socializing location. Oh, also the guys who are sitting in Nona's also apparently are big fans of Jimenez. So there's that.
I don't know if that's the case. They just recognize him.
And we ended the last session with the group making a decision. But before we go back into Night City tonight, I would like to know, as a group, what is your goal for this session?
Not to get shot?
Is that the group goal or is that your goal?
I mean, that's Trinz's goal.
Just asking.
I think the group goal is to bring the conflict with a certain Santino and his gang to an end permanently.
Ooh.
I said the conflict, not actually Santino. I'm just saying, like, differences must be resolved.
Yeah,
One way
see,
or
it just is a very important conversation to have, and then everything will be worked out. Explain ourselves, and everything will be fine.
I like the word permanently. Is everyone in agreement with this?
There's also the option of smooches. So, we have 2 potential dates coming up here. Who knows? Maybe everything works out with Santino in the end.
I don't know. Apparently there are people who maybe don't want that resolution. I don't know. Trinz definitely doesn't know that.
Everything's forgivable. Everything's you just shot your brother. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's cool. It's all good.
That's an argument that's going to be had.
Yeah, but resolution with Santino sounds good. One way or the other. Let's kill Santino.
Well,
What was that?
You're like on opposite ends of the spectrum. It's like, let's make up with Santino. Let's kill Santino.
I mean, you gotta hit him with the old razzle dazzle. Keep them on their toes.
She wants to keep her options open. Who doesn't?
Exactly. I'm Switzerland. I can go either way.
So we'll begin back at Rosa Franceschini's cafe in Little Italy, whatever district of Night City. You have eaten your fill. There are still plates of desserts on the table. But the hour is getting late, and the fire station awaits. What do you do?
I've just idly got my guns out on the table, oiling them up, getting them nice and clean, get them ready, preparing for probably inevitable firefight.
Guns out, guns out.
Trinz is still eating cannolis because, there's no reason to waste a perfectly good cannoli. Also, she's kind of like playing with her agent, contemplating just texting Santino, inviting him for dessert. But then she's like, yeah, she doesn't want to have a fight in Nona's restaurant because that seems mean.
That would be poor guest behavior.
Very much so. So Rosa brings you one last plate. It's a sizable bowl of soy-based ice cream, and she also slips the bill on the table and says, "You take care of that whenever you have the time."
Finn slips the credit stick on top of it and just kind of lets it sit there, and just looks at the ice cream and goes, "So do we have multiple spoons? I think we need multiple spoons. We need more spoons."
Oh yeah, she brings spoons for everyone. Now you eat with your fingers.
She gonna kill somebody with that.
But yeah. You can hear in the distance the echo of the gunfire coming from the outdoors range. But otherwise, it seems that everything is pretty quiet. The two men that were eating when you came in got their check, and they are exiting. Like, at the same time as Rosa was bringing you the last plate, the two of them exited the restaurant, leaving the five of you completely alone now.
So, what's the plan?
I don't know. I was just gonna walk next door or down the street to the firehouse and knock on the door and say hi.
All five of us?
I don't know. You can come with if you want.
Well, we're just not going to let you go there by yourselves, but I just don't think all of us should go in the front. Maybe some of us should stealth around to the back. Maybe me being quiet as a church mouse and someone who's really good with sniper rifles should get themselves set up.
Why?
I don't have anyone like that. I don't know who you're talking about.
Well,
maybe in case. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, it's not like we're gonna fight. We're just gonna have a conversation.
Sure about that?
I mean, it might be loud and in multiple languages, but like, I'm sure everything will be fine.
Do we have a safe word in case it doesn't go fine?
You should always have a safe word.
I mean, so I don't misunderstand, because like I don't understand the multiple languages.
Oh, okay.
So like make a safe word so I'll know when to shoot.
Like what? Palomino?
That's a shit car. We are not using any shit cars for call terms whatsoever. If we have to, we'll go with a Mustang or Charger, but not a fucking Palomino.
But it's a good horse.
That's a Palomino. No, they're spelled differently.
They're pronounced the same.
Okay, but the horse might be fine, but the car is a piece of shit. It's also like using a Nova. Who the fuck wants to use a Nova?
I know a guy.
Who wants a Nova?
Yeah. Nostalgic.
I can get him one, but that seems mean.
Okay, what do you want as a safe word? That means shoot.
Oh, the word that means shoot?
Yeah.
Spider.
Okay, that works.
After the 1963 Corvette Spider. Two-door hatchback.
Shoot.
Yeah, haven't you seen a Spider?
When to shoot?
There's that.
I mean, sure. I mean, she might accidentally say, like, I'm going to shoot you now because, like, I hate you or something.
Well, then we shoot him. That's just fine. Sounds fine.
No, don't make idle threats, Trins. Somebody's ready to pull a trigger.
I never make idle threats. Also, I never say I'm going to shoot somebody. I'm usually going to say I'm going to slap you upside the head or punch you in the face or maybe possibly cause you to have permanent damage by tasing you. But I've never actually shot anyone. Except that one time. But that doesn't count because I wasn't shooting someone.
Well, you're technically not going to shoot anybody, neither. You're just giving me the, yeah, okay, go.
Okay. So if we want to just shoot him, I'll just say shoot him.
Okay. Oh, sure.
But we'll find another reason for them to use the spider. Ooh.
Yeah, we'll find something.
Okay. So I'm going to walk next door. How much time do I let you guys get like all fancy and like hidey and shit?
I got to get changed. I'm not going to go in. This isn't a good look for stealth.
Are you going to use the mime outfit again? I mean, that seemed to work last time.
Actually, yes, I was.
Sweet. Somebody get that on camera this time. Or download the cameras before you blow up the building.
Okay. Are we blowing up the building? I didn't plan to blow up the building. That might take
You
a little bit
threatened
more
to
time.
burn down all kinds of stuff, so I
No, I
just
threatened to
assumed
burn
it was
up all his
always
cars.
on the table.
Okay, well, okay, that's fair. And she like turns to her agent and goes, Benedict, can I get the schematics for the fire station on blank street and blank street? Because those are public documents.
It takes a second for Benedict to come back with the schematics. I'll put them on the Roll20. Benedict does tell you, however, that the last version of these were back when in 2025, before the fire station was abandoned.
Cool. Yeah, but this will give me the basics, and I'll just use basic engineering to see how much damage I need to do to the building to bring it down.
2 seconds. I forgot to upload it before the game.
For shame.
Complete shame.
Right. So if that is or
that
her sitting there looking at her agent like this and blowing things up and going, okay, well, that's where that stairwell is and that's where that emergency exit is. Well, they're not going to move that. They may reinforce that, but I should be able to do this.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Should
The lowest I could roll.
you should see it
14.
now.
Thank you. A 14 on her engineering roll for the lowest thing I could roll.
What for?
To see how much I would need to actually bring down the building. Because that's engineering.
You would notice that to bring down the building, you'd have to cause substantial damage to the first floor. And that would mean going inside and planting bombs in
Not
this
necessarily.
corner and this corner.
Not necessarily. There are no internal load-bearing walls. I can take it all out from the outside.
I'm giving you the info that you have for that check.
Okay. That's fair. So she needs to put... Yeah, okay. She's like, okay, I could take it out if I wanted to. But it'd be a lot of effort.
It wasn't a challenge. It was just simply an observation based on past experiences.
So you didn't want me to blow up the building?
I really don't care one way or the other, but I don't think Nona or the neighbors are gonna appreciate the debris and possibly having other buildings crushed, because we really don't have the right supplies to take it down, or the amount of time needed to plan it right to take it
There's
down
that.
in place.
We
So
really need to find more
if you
C4.
really want to be able to come back here, I suggest we table blowing it up and think about more serious things like, what the hell are we going to do about your crazy ex-boyfriend, current kind of maybe could get back together boyfriend?
Well,
'Cause
I
he
just
is
think
getting on my nerves.
Well, then we need to have a conversation, because the true way to deal with any relationship problem is through communication and appropriate adult acting like adults. That's what my mom said.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's answer was always to say that my mother was right. So therefore, my mother was right.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure how this is working out well for you because your brother's been shot twice now.
To be fair, the first time wasn't Santino. It was the crazy gods at the prison who shot him in the ass.
Uh-huh.
Or side, I should be more accurate. But yes, this is why we need to have a conversation, because it's not cool that that Santino shot my brother. Or anybody. So, I think I will wait until Jimenez and whoever is going with Jinx tell me that they are ready and in position, and then we go and shoot, and then not shoot people. I go and walk in the front door and have a conversation.
Uh-huh. Are you sure you want to go inside to have the conversation? Isn't it more appropriate to have these kinds of things like him yelling out a window, you sitting down there yelling back up at him? Like, isn't this what you guys do?
Not usually, actually. Although it would be appropriate for me to stand in front of the door and just tell him to get his butt outside so we can have this conversation.
Well, then, why don't you be true to self and do that?
Okay.
There's less cover if we do that, though.
Okay. So
I mean, I'm just saying, we've tried to reason with quite a few people, and despite my charismatic words, it's never really gone very well.
Well, we'll try it. We could always just use the RV as cover. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We'll pull the RV up front, and then I will have a conversation asking him to come out politely, and we'll discuss this like a responsible adult.
Yeah, okay. And
okay.
Jimenez just gets up and walks out to the RV to get his outfit on.
Trins pays the tab and leaves a 50% tip.
I was muted. I said all right.
And then an extra 100 just underneath because she can. And then she just kind of smiles and walks out.
So everyone walks out of the restaurant. Out of curiosity, is your mime outfit back home? And, do you all need to go back to the apartment first?
No, it's probably stashed in the RV because, if he has to go anywhere, he's going to be probably driven in the RV. And, he just keeps his gear there.
Okay. Then I'll let you prepare. Just let me know what you want to do. The fire station, you can see it from where you are. It is like 3 blocks away. You notice lights coming from the 3rd floor. But that's it. The rest seems to be bathed in darkness.
I'm gonna find high ground.
Yeah, I was about to say, is there like I'm gonna clamber up onto the roof potentially if there's a way up there. Who knows? Maybe there's like skylights or something. You never know.
The roof of the fire station?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that the same place that you wanted to go, Jinx, or do you want to split up and find like 2 different vantage points?
I was gonna go to a separate vantage point, like from another building. Try and get as good of a view from the angles.
Okay. I'll start with the 2 of you, and then we'll see what the rest of the party does. Of course, everything is happening more or less all at once. So, you know, if someone triggers something, well, then we'll just do everything else and then get back to the action. So, to climb the fire station walls, Reno, you notice that someone a long while ago broke or tore down the external fire escape. From the first floor, there is no way to access the fire escape. Like, you would have to find a way to prop yourself up and basically jump up, hang from the second floor remains of the stairs, and then you could climb all the way back to the roof.
Well, I guess we're shut out of luck. I mean, unless you're fine with us just tearing apart the van to make some kind of grappling hook, I'm always down for.
Oh, do you need a grappling hook? I can do that.
I would be impressed if you could, but
No, literally, I can do that in a round.
okay. Let's do it.
I get to jury rig a thing.
Yep, that would be a jury rig test.
Nice.
Yeah. It will only last a certain amount of time, but
I mean, all I gotta do is get up there, right? You know? It's 3 floors. I can jump down, break an ankle. It's fine.
hold on, maths.
Actually, technically, I only have to drop down 1 floor. I can go back down to the second floor and fall from there. That'll be fine.
Yep.
Oh, I have a specialization in demolitions. That's good to know. It would have been a different role. Dirty 20.
And what is the DC for it again?
Like a 16?
Jury rig. Jury rig. That's interface maker. Jury rigging. Oh, you want to... No, it's not jury rigging. It's fabrication. To make an item. You would need an hour. But the DV is 9. So, yeah, you completely succeed. By
Long time.
taking parts of, like, spare parts apart from the RV. And you can fashion a grappling hook that will support, at the very least, Reno's weight.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more.
No, my... Oh, yeah, that's the repair portion of jury rig. Yeah. That would have been a different role. I need to make sure I remember these rules now. I need to copy and paste this into my actual notes so I have this permanently. Because that's a thing.
I mean, it doesn't look right now as if there were... like, they were aware of you or anything like that. So if you want to take an hour, you could.
I mean, she probably would have started doing that in the RV when you're like looking at the building and being like, oh well, yeah.
It's a long time to waste, but I'm cool if we're like scouting. I guess scouting out this area for about an hour. I mean, that sounds reasonable, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, a minute.
I should add that it's actually a 25.
I mean,
I
it
don't
was
think that
9.
changes the time.
I'm just telling you that I realized that I realized I did math wrong on how this works now, apparently.
Jimenez.
Yeah, so Jimenez is actually just sitting in the RV, dressed, watching Trin's work on this grappling hook. His face is painted white. He's got a black beret on. He's got one of those. He's got black pants on, but he's got one of those vests on, like the armored vests. But instead of it reading in block letters across the chest, police, it just says mime.
Okay.
Yeah. If anybody looks at him and looks at the vest, he goes, custom made.
Was it you that wrote mime on it?
No. Like it legit. When he ordered the vest, he asked him to print
Okay, you
mime
asked to
across
have it
Yeah.
done that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely it's special. That was for Anino. So you Jimenez, you prep yourself, you dressed up as a mime, while Trins is fiddling with the grappling hook. Mr. White, you do anything to prep before before both Jinx and Reno head out to their respective positions?
Well, you see, I've learned a little bit more about Santino and his operations since then. So I'm going to be calling or texting, not really calling, but texting around to a number of contacts that I have in that world. So like the Cadillacs, what do they think of Santino and his group? What are they hearing about this? Whatever they are, mad dogs or big bark, no bite dogs, whatever they are. And check in with Connie and see who he's used for smuggling and if he's ever used any of the cars from Santino. Kind of trying to get what his reputation is, get a pulse on that. Who would like to see him take a step down, who would like to see him buried underground, and who would actually come to his aid.
You can... That's a special
Streetwise?
fixer check. There's streetwise, but you also have something special as a... Oh no, because
I'm a med tech.
you're a med tech, not the fixer. Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah, in this case, it would be...
Based
yeah,
on what I read
It
in
would
the
be
book.
streetwise, definitely.
Yeah, streetwise is what I... And then trading is actually for the bargaining back and forth, but streetwise is what I found to be used. So, all right. Let's roll a little something and see what I can find. A little something. And down. 29. Oh, and it exploded.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 29.
Okay. Who has it against Santino? You realize that there aren't a lot of people in Night City that either know of Santino, and I'll get back to that in a moment, but he did make a few enemies outside of Night City.
Okay.
Nomad families, for the most part.
Okay.
It seems like Santino and his crew have been hijacking cars left and right. But to make sure that they wouldn't be, found in Night City, they steal their cars outside of the city limits. That pisses off a lot of nomads who would try to seek their own justice in Night City, but the NCPD does not take well to nomads coming in, like the outsiders coming into Night City and just firing left and right. Like, if you're a resident of Night City, you can probably shoot someone's head off in the middle of the street and maybe get away with it. But if a pack of nomads show up, because, they do everything together, the NCPD is going to get tipped off. So most of them try to be careful, or they employ edge runners. And there were a few teams of edge runners that were sent against Centino. None of them came back or made their return known to their employers.
But were they of note in any way, shape, or form?
The edge runners that were sent? No.
Yeah.
No one that has any real cred, real reputation.
So either the nomads don't have the cash or they don't have the connections to get a real
extraction team. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Another thing that you would know is there's a group of nomad that hides in Night City called the Furies. And they, the Furies, the Harpies. Sorry. And they have, they've had a few run-ins with Centino. But it was resolved more or less peacefully. You can trace back the rumors about the Harpies and Centino to a car accident that occurred in the combat zone. Apparently, a luxury sports car was found in the combat zone, riddled with bullets. Its occupants missing, but it is the mark and model of, with all of your contacts that you've called, that are the favorites of Centino. So it seems more like they sent him a message, and he backed off. So aside from that, he's not a big shot, but with a 29, you find out that recently Centino has been more open and brazen in his operations and has never been arrested. He's done shit in front of the NCPD, and they never batted an eye. And that's because, just like the NCPD, Centino is apparently on the payroll of Barrett Engineering.
So the whole NCPD is on the payroll of Barrett.
Yeah. It's unofficial, but you have so much you rolled so high that most of the criminal elements of Night City are we know, it's not a city force anymore. It's
a corporate force that is somehow owned by Arasaka through a shell company.
Which means that right now Arasaka controls security in all of Night City.
Okay. Then the next text message is going to go from a burner to not my normal number. Because I never use that with Mr. Kiyoshi. From a burner to Mr. Kiyoshi saying, Kiyoshi-san, one of Arasaka's wayward children is, oh, how do I put this politely? Is about to make waves for personal reasons and sully the corporation's good name. He has declared war on those who have done favors for Arasaka, and things are about to get messy. Tell me now if our relationship will end at the firehouse in Little Italy. Send message.
It takes a good 10 minutes before you get an answer back. And it's a lengthy text message. Dear Mr. White, if the firehouse in question is the one we believe it is, in parenthesis, the one in sector blah blah blah, which is basically the proper name for Little Italy.
Yeah.
Then I would have you know that this wayward child, as you call it, has been more of a burden and less of an asset for Arasaka. It was not prioritized to fire him or get rid of them in any way, shape, or form. However, if you do plan to take action, we would greatly appreciate if you were to bring him to us alive. Please let me know if such job would interest you, and we can talk about payment and drop-off point or drop-off coordinates.
At that point, I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to come across the comms to the team. And you're going to hear simply, Santino has displeased his employer and is being recalled. We can get paid to take him alive, or we walk away, and if he steps foot on our property, we end him on our terms. There really is no middle ground here.
So having a conversation is out?
You can have a conversation, but it's going to end up in him in plaster cuffs with a hood over his head going to Arasaka to account for his insubordination.
I mean, I feel like I should address the fact that he shot my brother.
That's fine. But they want him alive, and we can get paid for it.
I don't know. I defer to other people.
Well, it's your not ex-boyfriend. I think there's a little bit more invested here with you and our relationship with you, dear Trins, than there is with just a payday.
Well, I mean, we've got beef with him, and he's got beef with Arasaka. You know, I really don't feel like dealing with them right now, even if there's money on the line. But I do not like that there are people just willing to come into our home and shoot it up and kidnap folks.
The last person that did that disappeared. I would hate to make it seem like we are inconsistent in the precedent in which we set.
I mean, if they're his employers, he should talk to them.
That is
I
not
guess.
part of the deal.
That's what I'm saying.
We are not to bring them up. We are simply to take him alive and drop him at wherever the drop point is that will be given to us once we agree to the deal. If we agree to the deal.
I don't know. Jinx, Reno, I don't know.
I'd do it. It's money.
They said he hasn't been fired yet, but they do want to talk to him about his unauthorized activities. Namely, putting out a hit on us, commandeering police resources that were not his to commandeer, and I couldn't really pick up on any of the other things that were implied, but Kiyoshi-san was very was informed of himself being implicated with the rest of us in the fire, and Santino being involved. So I'm guessing it all comes back to those sorts of activities.
So I guess he needs to talk to Arasaka, and I guess I need to tell him that about what I feel. And obviously, if we get paid for delivering him to Arasaka, that'd be good. Because apparently I don't have a job right now.
Yeah. He seemed to have done something about that.
Who knows? I don't know
Part
about
of
that.
the commandeering of police resources.
Well, then, I feel that that's something that I should address.
If not directly, the hit he put out on us was enough to grab interest and to make it hurt and flush us out or something of that nature.
I mean, all they said is that they needed him alive, right?
Yes, preferably alive.
Okay. Then I think we have a conversation, and then we leave him to Arasaka, and they have a conversation.
Fair enough. Does anybody have an issue with that?
No, I'm good.
Jimenez, that's still track with what you're comfortable with? To get rid of him by turning him over? Or do I decline the job and we do whatever's necessary for us?
Give me the pay, but don't put me on the card.
Oh, I don't put any names on anything. That's the job. That's my job. My job is to put my name out there so you don't have to.
Problem is, are you sure they want him for what they say they want him for?
Yoshi-san has not lied to me yet.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong word to rely on.
Yes. But I feel like I have built goodwill. If he proves to be unreliable, then we reevaluate. But I don't feel like we need to speculate. Because
I mean,
we
if he has information on other things, we can see if he'd be willing to negotiate to give us all of that information in exchange for not turning him in.
But I don't want to take the job and then double cross that job. Not with a major corp. Some sort of small, I don't know.
Couldn't we just say we'll think about it, and then if we decide we want to take it, we'll just nab him and then call them up and say we got him?
I can see if that's possible. But I couldn't tell you right now if that is on the table or not until I ask. And I'll be texting that right now. Do you need a hard yes now, or is this a flexible timeline?
We would like it handled ASAP. But since this wasn't prioritized before your earlier message, it can wait a few days.
I'll text back and say, I hope days are not necessary. Hope to have a clear answer in hours. Yeah, talk soon. Send message. We have some time. We can tell whether or not we're in on it, but due to his meddling and it getting louder, it is going to be prioritized within a couple of days, if not sooner. So
You don't get a message back.
I don't expect to. So let me know. In the midst of the conversation, there's no shooting him in the head this time. But I'll send a quick text message to start negotiations if you decide that's the direction we're going. Catrins?
Okay, so no one's shooting each other in the head, and I get to. It'll be fine.
You get to have your conversation. We will try not to shoot him in the head, because then there's no money in it and possibly an enemy. I don't know how much they care. Last time they wanted to talk to somebody, it all got handled internally, and I don't know what happened. So.
But Jinx can shoot him in the shoulder.
Jinx can keep him from hurting you in whatever non-death way, because I can't fix death. Jinx decides to do.
Yay!
Just no death, because I can't fix death.
Okay.
Some surgeons think they're God. I know I'm not, but I'm the closest thing you have.
And at that, she turns and hands Reno a very nice grappling hook. They'll hold her weight.
Nice. I'll clamber on up.
All right.
Oh, anybody else on Santino's team is not spoken for by Arasaka. Do what you want to them. I don't care anymore.
You shoot the grappling hook up onto the fire escape and begin climbing. I will need a check for that, though. Nothing that you probably can't do, but it'll require a small athletics check.
I can do that. Let me pull up my sheet. I don't want an update, thank you. Where are
Does
my
she get a
athletics?
nice bonus from my grappling hook?
I might not need one. My athletics is very good.
Okay, then
I
that's
was
fair.
lowering the DC because of the
Oh.
grappling hook.
Pull up my calculator. 9 plus 6 is my athletics. And then I rolled a 17.
Okay, I had an 8 in mind.
Oh, okay.
So you climb up
rolled a 2.
to the onto the roof. I'll just add a thing on Roll20 so you can see there is. So as you reach the top of the building, the top of the fire station, you notice that the roof of the station is covered in litter and garbage. There is a skylight. It's like a sort of dome. And it's rather long. And from the skylight, you can see anything inside the green rectangle
Okay.
in the fire station.
Do I see anybody?
Through the grime and the dirt, you do see a few people.
I'm gonna radio Trends and ask her for a description of what Sentinel, or just text me a picture.
Well, that makes sense.
Friends would text you a picture.
That's him.
No.
And that-
I just thought it would have.
No, Santino is
Yeah, no,
half
he looks-
Japanese
yeah.
and half Hispanic.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Because if you want to go through
And
It's
I will put it
here.
against.
Sort of. Hey,
they also get another
move here. I said move here. You barely see this one. But yeah, there are two people. They're dressed in dirty work clothes for the most part. You notice, however, that one of them has next to him on the floor a flak jacket that he took off. They're sitting down on these like little mats, and they look like they're meditating.
Trends, does he have like some sort of cult or something?
Not really a cult, but sometimes he likes to, he practices Eastern religions.
Oh, makes sense. Well, he's got them all doing it, so it's just a bunch of goons up here.
And that is what you would see. The other one is on a couch and is either looking at maybe a TV or playing on his agent. It's hard to see exactly because you can see like his body, but you can't see his knees. So you can see like half of him. But that is what you notice. You can also hear sounds from where you are. Music that seems to be coming from the third floor. Jinx.
Yeah.
Jinx, you decided to go elsewhere. Where would you like to place yourself? Would it be across the street? To the left, to the right? There are buildings surrounding the whole area.
where it says first, second, third floor, is that the front?
That's the back.
That's the back. Okay. So I would have probably. Okay. Norse. Never eat soggy wieners. Okay. Sorry.
Amazing.
So the northwest. So to try and see those 6 windows on the 3rd and 2nd floor. If that makes sense to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me drag Rin onto the map. So you'll be like, you want to find a building in this direction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you are to the northwest. So not the building right across the street from the fire station, but a little bit to the, well, if we are like standing in front of the fire station, it would be to the right. This building is very close to the firing range, but there is like a fire escape in the back of it that leads to an alley that you can clamber up without an issue. You can see through the windows of the 3rd floor, and well, the windows that are like on the left-hand side of the building, and would see the one guy sitting on a couch playing on his phone. On the 2nd floor, you don't see anyone through these windows. They seem to lead to small rooms where tables have been arranged. Probably like old meeting rooms or something like that. And from your angle, you cannot see inside the garage on the 1st floor. Everybody else, how do you approach this place? What'd you do?
Trins is waiting for everybody else to get situated, which means she then turns to look at Jimenez and go, so what are you doing?
Sitting here staring at you.
Okay, so are you sneaking? Because I'm about to go walk in and make a very loud presence of myself.
Yeah, I suppose I can go now. He kicks his feet off the table and steps out of the RV, and he's going to make his way over to the firehouse, but he's probably going to case around the outside, look for a window, check out what the layout is on the 1st floor.
Okay. You go around. Yeah, I put your minis on the map in case it becomes necessary. Could you give me a stealth roll, Jimenez?
$17.
17. And they, just in case they might see you. Yeah, no, you're fine. As you move around the 1st floor, you see through the, first of all, the garage doors are wide open.
Oh, okay.
But nothing, like, unless you wanted to take a peek from there, I assume with your stealth check you went like along the sides of it. You didn't show up right in front of it the first time. You notice there are 3 people in on the 1st floor. two of them are working on a car that is currently sitting inside the garage. They're basically taking it apart and refitting it, probably to resell it later. And there is another person who seems to be acting more like a guard of sort. He's sitting on a chair, and he's only, he's like hanging on the like two back two legs of the chair, and he's playing on his phone, but he's like, he would stare at the door right in front of him if something was to happen. And you see the stairwell that leads to the second floor from inside of the garage, which is completely to the back of the place.
Okay. Are there any high, like, are the ceilings in this firehouse pretty tall? They must be if it can house a fire engine.
Oh yeah,
at one point.
The garage itself has like almost 20 foot tall ceilings.
Okay.
And then the rest is just your regular, I think it's 8 feet for like a regular ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Are there any like tall shelves? Is there anything there that looks like he could sneak onto and conceal himself there if he had?
Should you happen to be able to get inside, you would notice that all of these like brown things, I might just move this guy a little bit. Those are either shelves or those like giant toolboxes.
Okay.
That you see in so you can, if you crouch behind one, you can stay hidden.
Are they tall? Could he like conceivably hide if he just angled himself right on top of one of those things?
You mean if you were to jump on top of it?
I'm on top of it. I mean, usually, I'm the way I'm seeing those shelves. I'm kind of wondering if they're like those shelves you see in a big box store like Costco's, where they have like rows and rows of goods on pallets.
Oh,
stacking up really high.
They're like that. Yeah. Yeah, so you could move up to like the top of one of the shelves and hide behind boxes or spare parts or whatnot. Yeah.
Okay. So I think Menez is going to sneak over here. And he's going to watch the guard through the window like a creep.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to see how the guard reacts when Trins goes out to the front.
Okay. So while you're staring at him, Reno is on the rooftop. Jinx on the building across the street. Mr. White and Trins.
Actually, quick question.
Yes.
Is that a window here where I just placed my...
Yes, it is a window.
Yeah.
Which is also partially obscured by a shelving unit.
Oh, is there like a box in there? Does it look like there's enough room to crawl?
To crawl in?
Crawl in. Like, is there space between that and any boxes?
Yeah.
Sorry, could Jimenez, I think he wants to test the window a little bit, see if it's open or can be opened.
It is currently closed, but it's these big windows that you can lift up to open.
Okay.
And it doesn't appear to have a lock on it.
Okay. Let's change things up a bit then. He's going to try to lift up the window and crawl inside and hide in those shelves.
All right. Since you're going inside, I'm going to ask you another stealth check. since you're now also, possibly making noise.
That's fair. 19.
Yeah, unless they roll a 10. Shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said it.
21.
I am going to burn. Do I have to match or do I have to beat it?
You would have to beat in this case because they're rolling against you.
I'll burn 3 luck.
Okay. So one of the guard, like the guy in front of the door, looks up from his game. He's like, must be the wind. And he goes back to his game. You have successfully crawled inside the fire station. You're basically in back of a row of tires. And you're... Due to your shape and size, it's hard for you not to poke out from anywhere, so you're slightly uncomfortable in the position that you have to stay in, but you can stay there for a while. Like, probably not spend the night, but yeah. So Trins and Mr. White, what are you up to?
So what you doing, Doc?
Where would you like me?
Wherever you want to be, but I'm about to go have a very loud conversation. I feel like this is the appropriate thing to do.
Well, I'm happy to accompany you.
Okay.
Since I'm the one that had to patch up your brother.
I do appreciate that, by the way.
Oh, I know you do. I'm just saying it's a good, here's the reason why I'm here. I'm the one that did the surgery on your brother. So if anybody asks, that's why.
Cool.
Plus, I don't run. I don't
No,
hide.
running's really not fun. Okay. And she's just gonna, pull the RV into the middle of the street in case she needs to run and or avoid getting shot. And then she's going to get out of the car, walk around from the, pull it up so that the driver's side is on the other side from the front doors, and just kind of stand in the middle of the driveway and start tapping her foot and look up at the building and say, Santino Matsuda, we have to have a conversation about somebody deciding it was an appropriate venue to shoot my brother, you son of a bitch.
And on that, we're gonna go to break.
Oh my god.
We'll be back in a few minutes, everyone, and we'll do our giveaway of the Jumpstart Kit and see how this conversation turns out. Stick around, we'll be right back. Hey, we're back. Before we go into our conversation with Centino, if you want to win a copy of the Cyberpunk Jumpstart Kit PDF and start playing Cyberpunk today, in chat, type in !chat. Because that's what's going to happen with Centino, just the chat. So make sure to enter if you want to win your copy of the Jumpstart Kit, and in a few minutes we will draw it and give it away. So, standing in front of the garage, Trince yells out her challenge to her ex-boyfriend.
Can I interject real quick there? Because I'm assuming I can hear her shout from the
yeah, she's
bottom
in
floor.
the street. Yeah.
I am just watching immediately to see what these goons are gonna do. Like, I've got a good vantage point, like once they're like hauling weapons and heading down, kind of thing.
You would notice that the two men upstairs are stirred out of their meditation.
Okay.
They just like jerk upright and they look to each other. And then one of them bends over and picks up his agent and starts texting.
Okay.
With your vantage point, you could try a perception check to read what's on the agent.
I can try.
Or if you have a magnifying vision with your...
I think I do.
Because then you wouldn't need a check.
Let me look. Okay, so I have a targeting scope in my eye. I don't know if that counts. It's a +1 to my aim shot, so like... I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's like a
give yourself a
specific
+1. Give yourself a +1. Yeah.
I could do that.
While this is happening,
keep going.
The two goons downstairs working on the car, one of them looks up from the back of the car. He's holding a piece of what Trent actually would recognize as the back end of a nitro boost system, like the tanks themselves. And he's holding one in his hands, and he looks up, and the other guy is bringing a bunch of tubes wrapped around his shoulder, and he stops mid-stride and looks at you. And look at each other. Like... Well, fuck you are!
Oh no, that's not the way this conversation goes. Also, you're putting that in wrong, you dipshit. That's backwards. You're gonna blow yourself up the first time you hit the button on that asshole. Santino Matsuda and I are going to have a conversation like an adult. Like adults, because that's what we do. Now, I'm waiting.
The guy in the back gets up from his chair and walks into view right in front of where Jimenez is. But his back is turned to you. And he's like, oh shit! Guys, that's the boss's doll.
You might want to refrain your phrasing right there.
You want to see your man? We'll bring him downstairs. And he goes up to the second floor. Jinx would see him cross by one of the windows. And he goes into another room. Reno, how much did you get on your check?
I got a 14.
14.
Oh, well, I guess 15. 15 with my +1.
With a
sorry.
+1. Okay. Just so you know, EKYN, Ekin, Ekin. No, we haven't drawn anything yet. You can still... Steam, go away. You can still enter the contest. It has started, and I will do the giveaway in a few moments. With a 15, you would notice he drew up his agent and contacted someone called Boss on it.
Okay, so Santino. Okay. Or what I'm
And
assuming is Santino.
he says, "The hell's going on? We were having a moment. You okay?" And Santino replies, "Keep cool." And then there's like the 3 little
Okay.
dots for like another message that should come up.
Mm-hmm.
But the message never comes up because someone goes to speak to Santino on the second floor.
I think Trins, when she sees the guy walk upstairs, say, "We'll go get him," is like, "Oh, you better go get him because I know he could hear me. Everybody on this freaking block can hear me."
Santino comes down the staircase. You would see him and the other goon, Jinx, pass by on the second floor window as as they both go down. Santino looks a little worse for wear. He's wearing his traditional fedora, bit crooked in the back of his head. His hair is longer. It's now past his shoulders. He has a scar running across his jawline that doesn't look like it happened because of an operation or something like that. He's dressed in a opened white shirt over a dark gray tank top, black pants with pads on the knees and similar pads on the top of his toes on his boots. You have seen these before. They're like pieces of armor jacks that he probably just wears when like he needs to work or something, because he doesn't look prepped for battle or anything. However, you notice that his left hand is twice the size of his right. And it's encased, it's not his hand, it's encased in a basically mechanized glove that makes a soft whirring and clicking when he moves his fingers. And he comes down the stairs nonchalantly and looks at you.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Baby girl.
You call me that again, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
He looks to his man and jokingly says, "That's what happens when you miss a birthday."
No, that's what happens when you shoot my brother.
Babe, I never shot your brother. I've been here all along.
But the schmuck you said shot my brother? Oh, wait. And he's a dumbass who got his ass caught.
Look,
So,
there's bad blood between me and my brother-in-law. All right?
oh, I'm sorry. I don't see no ring on it.
I was going to get you something, but the funds are pretty limited. I
Really?
I have a plan to give you
I
the
can
biggest
tell.
luck in the world.
Your plan involving these schmucks and the bullshit that they're doing to this car? Because obviously they don't know jack shit.
And you notice the guy holding the nitro tank, like, has put it back down. And can you make a perception check?
Yes, I can.
Are you still yelling all of that?
I mean, she's not being quiet. And, you know, she hasn't moved from where she's standing, so... Is it perception or human perception?
Perception.
Okay. A 12. Not that great. Shit.
Yeah, so you only see him put the thing down. But he doesn't look threatening or anything. In fact, the two of them look pretty much dismayed at your brazen approach. Centino continues. Yeah, I got an offer. I didn't want to spoil it for you, so I thought I'd try to take care of things by myself, show you that I'm a changed man. I don't do the same shit I used to do before. I'm not a little crook anymore. I'm living on the edge.
Well, you're living on the edge of shit mechanics. That's what I can see right now. First of all, you got the shit ass that you're doing to that car, which, by the way, you know better than to put a NOS system in upside down. You know it's just going to blow your ass up. Also, what the hell did you do to your hand? Because I can hear it wearing from here, and I know that there's no way in hell that that's a good thing to do. And obviously the pieces and parts are horrible.
Sorry. He's like, look, the cars and everything, it's just to keep the lights on in this place. We do what we can, like bare minimum. It's not, there's no thrill in it anymore. And one of them turns around and is like, boss, you sure? He's like, shut the fuck up.
Really? Really? You're trying to tell me that shit? Honestly? Honestly, that is what you're going to say to me? And you shot my brother. You shot my brother, Santino.
Look, before we go any further, I would just like to say, congratulations, Gorham Wolf, you won your Jumpstart kit. Send me a message, a private message on Twitter or on Twitch with your email address, and I will send that to Talsorian, and they will send you your PDF. As he's about to speak, you, Trins, would see this. The guy in the back gets suddenly dragged backwards, a hand over his mouth, and another arm holding him from like under the his armpits, as he's going. And a mime dressed in SWAT gear is slowly putting him to sleep.
Amazing. Amazing.
I need art of this.
It's an attack mime. That's
This
what
is
Jimenez has become.
This is the entertainment we all needed.
Yes, it is.
Santino says, look, your brother had it coming.
I'm sorry, what?
He ruined my operations. He ruined us.
No. Things got complicated and you ruined us when you blew up my garage and you sent Bruno to light a fire in my garage. All I said was I could not afford to have your cheap ass boosted ass cars going through my garage after my brother got boosted. So, also, who the fuck is gonna pay for this piece of shit?
Okay, just they're trying their best. Look,
No shit.
I
Does it
thought-
sound like I'm ordering pizza here? They obviously aren't the best.
I was mistaken. I was stupid. All right? I shouldn't have tried to burn down your garage. I was angry and I took it out on you. But I'm not anymore. Look,
That's great. You might not be angry anymore, but I'm still angry. I'm very upset right now.
How much to not have you be angry anymore? Name a
I'm
price.
sorry. Are you trying to bribe me?
Do you want to get out of Night City? Do you want us to buy a house in the suburbs with a pool, and 2 dogs, and a nice ass car? I could buy you the garage you want with all the tools and all the shit that you've ever dreamed of.
I had the garage I want with all the tools I wanted, everything I wanted. The garage that my father built, you piece of shit. You burned down the garage that my father built. You shot my brother. And even then, I did not come in. Did I come into your neighborhood and beat the crap out of you? No. Did I do anything to you? No. So now you should get down on your knees and apologize to me.
And you notice that
And she flips her hair. She literally just flips her hair.
Sentino begins to cry. And he says if that's what it's gonna take, he puts a knee down and says, Katerina, baby, look. I did some bad shit. I was a bad person. I shouldn't have done any of that. I just wanted... I was afraid that you wouldn't want me anymore, so I wanted you to run into my arms. You weren't supposed to be at the garage then. I would have sheltered you, and we would have been together forever.
Can Trins roll human perception? Because that sounds like absolute bullshit
Yes,
to her.
go ahead.
That's an 11. God, I'm rolling like shit.
Can I just put him out of his misery for all of us? That'd be great.
He's 3 floors below you.
Fine, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Are all the goons on the first floor now?
Only these 2 that you see.
Okay.
So you could sneak up on the 2nd and 3rd floor if you wanted.
No, I just wanted to see if I could knock out one of the other goons.
Yeah, no, they're still flanking the car, in plain view of Sentino at the moment.
So, Mr. White hears all this, right?
Well, you for sure hear whatever Trins is yelling.
I'm leaning against the hood of the RV.
Oh yeah, the RV's right across the street. Yeah, right in the street.
It's in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Do I have any reason to believe any of this?
You could make a human perception. I need to roll for his.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, those are crocodile tears.
Mm-hmm.
It's an act.
She stands in the middle,
But
and she... Mm-hmm.
there's an ounce of truth behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the best lies have that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get the message that you were doing this for me. Maybe you should have put it on like a bulletin board. I mean, I figured after you send in Bruno and Marco to blow up my place, you know, that would have obviously mean that you didn't give a shit about me. But did I get upset? No. Did I come in here and blow your shit up? No. But you went and had people shoot at my brother. And then in the middle of this, she immediately switches languages in flawless Japanese, which I can't speak, but Trins can, says, "You should have left my family alone. Now we have a different problem."
I have a solution to all the problems. He answers in Japanese. I have a solution to all of the problems.
No, you are not part of the solution. You are part of the problem.
He looks behind you, sees the RV, says, you did that?
My ride?
Yeah.
Are you threatening my ride, Santino?
No. But who's that guy on the hood of your ride? Is he your new boyfriend?
God, no. He's a friend. He's the doctor who put my brother back together after your schmucks shot him.
So he lives in the apartment with you.
Why are you asking, Santino?
Oh, I thought you came in here to chat with me and everything, but you've brought back up what you were expecting me to lift a hand on you or something?
Santino, Matsuda, do I care? Have I ever been afraid of you? Or any of the little guys who hang out with you? Also, you are fully aware that I could walk in here and, with very little effort, bring this entire building down. So, no, he's not backup. He's a friend who is here for emotional support as I deal with the fact that my boyfriend, who I care about significantly, does not care about me because he shot my brother in my home. He shot my brother in my home.
It would have been so much simpler, you know, if you didn't surround yourself with fucking killers and murderers and shit. It would have been so much easier to just, you know, come and see me and let your other friends be, and then I get the money on their head, and I use that paycheck from Arasaka to get our ticket out of this hellhole. I'm doing this all for you, Trins.
Mm-hmm.
You'd prefer to stick with these strangers? I give a damn about you. They don't.
So what? You thought this time it'd be like John Wayne walking off into the sunset with Grace Kelly kind of thing?
It can still be that.
Yeah, that's Gary Cooper, asshole. You know, I was going to be nice. I was going to be polite. I was going to be caring and think that we could just have an adult conversation and therefore resolve our problems like adults. But, you know, and she just kind of looks up at him shifts the way she's standing because she'd been like standing on one side and like tapping her foot the entire time and gesturing with her hands and being overly Italian. And then she just stands up and like crosses her arms and looks him dead in the eye and says, as she clicks the radio in her jaw to make sure that everyone of the team can hear her, and says, "My dad was that guy. And he had a phrase he would say at an appropriate time." And I think this is the appropriate time to say, and she'd just kind of like flick through the iMessage at the same time to Jinx and Reno and be like, go on the phrase, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh Lord! All right, let's start shooting. Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right. So,
And she was just fully expecting.
Finally, I thought you'd never say it.
Oh, thank God.
I was so bored of here. You have no idea.
Sentino looks to the two goons and says, "Go grab her."
And Jimenez is just going to say in the text messages, let me take care of Santino. And you just see Jimenez is just standing behind them all, leaning on an imaginary shelf, trying to be a mime, as he just watches those guys move forward. And he's just going to wait for someone to notice him.
Okay, so you've come out of hiding and you just...
He's come out of hiding. He's standing there with the 1 foot on the unconscious goon that he had.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan style?
Captain Morgan style.
So I'll get back to Jimenez in just a second. But as Jinx and Reno are gonna play, and Mr. White, if he wants to do anything, Santino will turn to you, Jimenez, and say, "The fuck you standing there for? Go!" Wait, who the fuck are you? That's gonna be his action. But that will be probably punctuated with gunfire. Reno, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm on that rooftop. I am shooting through the glass at... I have 2 bullets. I'm gonna wait to see if I shoot 2 or just 1. We're just gonna go for this guy. I can't see where the stairs are. We're just gonna go for this guy right here at first.
Okay,
Top,
he's the
top,
one
top.
that had the Kevlar vest put aside.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, that is heavy pistol.
And you've got a +4 because they don't know you're there.
Oh, fuck yeah. Gonna fuck these boys up. Let's go. I have a +1. Handgun. Duh. 4 plus reflexes is 8. A 19.
19 does hit.
Okay. And then
Since you are, well, I say that, but give me 2 seconds. You're
Here?
yeah, 19 does hit. Yeah.
okay. Cool. That is 3d6. 8 plus 11.
Any doubles?
No double. Wait, like double damage?
Yeah, like did you roll? No, but did you roll like twice the same number on your d6?
I rolled 2 4s and then a 3.
Then that's a crit. So,
Okay.
You said 11 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because in Cyberpunk you crit
How did I know this?
by rolling
Okay.
doubles, which means that we're gonna need to go on to the critical injury.
Hey, Jaren, can you hand me that dice thingy behind you? I need another d6. Your little my dice tube.
Bone breaking, falling, and critical
Okay.
injuries. So could you roll 2d10 for me, please?
2d10. Okay. I got a 7 and a 0.
2d6. I'm
Oh, 2d6.
idiot. Yeah.
You're fine.
Sorry.
Totally fine.
Table goes all the way up to 12.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
So a 3. You shot his hand off. Left or right?
She's a lefty. Brayden, shoot his left.
Okay. Your first bullet explodes his left hand that was holding his agent. It sprays, electronic parts and blood all over the meditation room. And he's holding the stump, yelling. The other guy next to him is looking left and right, trying to see where this bullet came from. You still have time to fire your second one if you wanted.
So, okay, I can barely see the third guy, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in another room.
He's in another room, yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the other guy.
Okay.
The second one that's in with him.
You will need to beat a 15.
Okay.
But you do have your +4 because he doesn't know you're there.
Sure. +4, +1, +8, +4. That's a 17 naturally without me rolling.
Well, you still need to roll in
I
case
do
you
need to
roll a
roll.
1.
I'm just saying. Wow. Okay. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
And that's 10 damage.
10 damage. Any doubles?
No doubles.
Okay. Let me fix that. And let me change the music to something more appropriate. Because,
Right.
we have started firing at stuff. Might be a little loud. Are we good?
Yeah, that's enough for me.
So, you fire at both of them. The shot goes through the glass and basically hits him in the back of the collarbone, where the shoulder plate is. He yelps in pain, doubles over, now with the gunshots being heard. There are people on the second floor that go on the move.
Is it too much to ask if I could do one more thing?
Ask away.
I would like to, since I'm assuming this glass is shattered out,
Yeah.
and I can see that the one dude is probably too busy with his hand, I would like to see if I can jump down behind this guy and be ready to hopefully, like on the next round, grab him and use him as cover for the dude that I know is in that room that will probably be coming out.
Falling down would just be a move, so you're
Okay.
completely allowed. But
Okay.
you are falling down from about 10 feet.
Okay.
So
I can roll
yeah,
something.
I'll ask athletics
Sure.
just in
I can do that.
case.
I can do that. Athletics is. I always never know what this is. Oh, strength or dexterity plus 9 plus. Oh, that's a good roll. 23.
Oh yeah, you jump down without a problem. So you wanted to be behind the guy whose hand you just shot off?
No. Behind the guy that I hit in the collar.
Oh, okay, in that other room.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant to say I was shooting the two that were in that room and leaving the third guy.
Oh, okay, so third
I'm
guy
so
who
sorry.
was on the couch. No, that's okay. Guy who on the couch has heard stuff but wasn't shot at.
Okay.
All right, and you wanted to be behind which one?
The bottom left one, because I can see that door from where I'm standing,
Yeah.
and I know that he's going to be coming out of that room.
Okay.
And so, you know, I'm preparing to kind of be behind this dude that I just shot, ready
And use
to
him as a human
Right.
shield. All right.
Right.
Jinx from the other side of the street, you would see on the second floor shapes, people moving forward.
Okay, do I have a clear shot?
You have a clear shot.
Then I will shoot.
All right, you're on the other side of the street. So that is a... I had the page and then I lost it. Range combat. 10, 20, 30, 40, 120 meters. No, what am I saying?
Like 100 feet at most.
Yeah, it's 120 feet away, so it's a third of that. That's 40 meters. You'll need to beat a DC 20 with your sniper rifle.
21.
You hit. Oh, and you have a +4 because they didn't know you were there since this is the first time you fire. Roll for damage.
$18.
18.
And a crit.
Yes, a crit because it's a double 2. So let me enter the crit damage, and can you roll 2d6?
Two and a 1.
So a 3. You also shot off his hand. The way he's moving though in front of the window, that would have to be his right hand because it's the most visible. But yeah, and he stops for a second, looks at the bloody stump on his hand, and then looks out the window and immediately ducks down. It's at that moment, with the gunshots being heard in the back, that... Why doesn't it switch to a different song? Okay, it should switch now. Jimenez, Santino looks at you and says, "Who the fuck are you?" You're muted.
Just does a nice little finger wave, and then he'll start pantomiming like the double back fist, like old school boxer movements, and then break out into a run. He's going to where is Santino standing? Right where he is.
Yep.
There. Okay.
Yeah, he was
gonna
yelling at Trent the whole time.
Oh, okay. So Jimenez is just going to run at him, but brush by him and wall leap from the shelf and do a kick off the rebound from the wall.
Okay. Are you aiming for a particular body part? Kick to the face or kick to the body?
To the face. His move is very Tony Jaa style. Very fast and very violent. And I'm going to use the jump kick feature, flying kick feature.
Okay.
Of his mixed martial arts, which he deals damage and knocks the guy prone if successful.
All right. Since this is a melee attack, Santino does get to try to dodge out of the way. He rolled a 17.
Why didn't that roll?
I don't know. I saw something. I saw you typing, but it didn't do anything.
Oh, 23.
Ooh. Yeah, you hit. That's a definite hit. So, how does it work? You roll for damage first?
Yes.
All right. Roll for damage. Do you remember what your unarmed damage was?
I don't remember how to calculate that.
It's based off of your body, so let me just go back to the table. Martial arts damage. What's your body stat?
9.
9. So it's 3d6, and you ignore half of the opponent's armor. Martial arts is armor piercing.
7.
And doubles.
And a crit. Okay. Can you roll 2d6 for the crit, please? Oh yeah, it's gonna take crit damage. 6. You run up, kick from the launch yourself from the shelves, kick him hard behind. You were aiming for the body, like his back, but he turned just enough to put his arm in the way, trying to block your kick. So his arm was stiff, and you kicked the back of his upper arm, and you hear crunch. That's not the arm with the glove, it's the other one, but is now completely useless, as you see like a weird angle almost pierce from within the skin. He yells out in pain. It sounds like a wolf owling. That was Reno, Jinx, Jimenez. Mr.
So that also,
Yep.
I just want to point out that the flying kick, so it does damage and it knocks them prone.
Oh,
so.
yeah, so he needs to fall on his ass. Let me just put a, I don't know, is there like a prone thing in there? It's gonna be the boot. He's prone. So not only did you break his arm, but you also send him spinning and flying down face first on the garage floor. The goons are rushing out, but they will not get there before Trins and Mr. White have a chance to do something. What is it that you do?
Trins is gonna wait where she is right now.
Mr. White moves up next to her,
Okay.
slightly in front. And are they coming armed?
Nope, they're unarmed.
Okay.
Rephrase that.
Do they have anything on them, weapon wise?
Let me check. Yes, you would notice that they are wearing. They have like a holster on around their waist,
Mm-hmm.
and inside it is a combat knife.
Excellent.
So it's nothing too fancy. But yeah.
Well, I will hold my action until they close the distance.
Okay.
Yeah, Trins is just waiting for them to get closer.
All right. Goon turn. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna ask everyone to roll for initiative since your surprise is done.
Ooh, initiative.
It's just a standard reflex check. So
Yeah,
a
roll
D10
plus
plus
ref.
reflex.
Cool.
13 for me.
How much?
13.
13.
$13 for Trends.
Wow, I am slow.
12.
6.
Okay. Jinx has a 14. Mr. White?
12.
Could I activate my speedwear?
You can activate it on your turn, and that'll change your initiative for the turn after. And the goons have a 15. No, Kitten, we're doing a battle. So the goons go first. I'll start with the garage, then the second floor, then the third floor.
Do I get to match them because I held my surprise action to meet them?
Yep. Yeah. They
Okay.
would be going, if unopposed, they are going to go grab. They're basically trying to grab Trins and bring her back inside. So they're heading for her, but then, surprise, surprise, there's a 6'4" guy that just showed up in between them and their quarry.
Yeah, Trins held her action, so she's gonna wait for one of them to get really close, and then but she'll let Mr. White go first
All right then.
because he's closer. So she'll wait for them to get to her. Yep, after I held action.
So what do I roll to well,
You want to face off?
no, I want to disarm. I want to basically pull their combat knife on them.
Oh,
Brawling or martial arts?
I don't have martial arts.
You guys
So
have brawling though, right?
no, grappling is in brawling. Yeah, if you want to grab someone or an object that they are carrying, is a grab action. And a grab is with the brawling skill.
okay.
So it's dex plus brawling plus a d10.
Okay.
And they roll to dodge. If you succeed, you choose whether you want to grab the person or an object, which would be the knife in this case.
Okay, and if instead I wanted to just like use their momentum and pick them up and just take them right over my head and back onto the ground.
Yeah, that's a grab and a throw.
Okay.
So it's and because you have 2 attacks in a turn, you can do both.
Okay.
But you need to succeed on the grab first.
That's
and
fine. I
then-
didn't know if it was different mechanics, so I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. So let's see here. 16.
And they roll.
Before they roll, just so you know, I'm burning 4 luck to make it a 20.
Well, failed. So you reach out, grab a hold of his combat knife. Right? That's what you wanted to do?
I wanted to grab him,
Oh, him. Okay. Yeah, you
and because I have to grab by the belt anyways,
Mhm.
I'm basically grabbing him and the holster. So as I flip him up and over, I can pull the combat knife as I drop him.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Throwing the person you are grappling. If you are currently the attacker in a grapple, you can use an action to throw them on the ground, dealing your body stat directly to... Well, what's your body stat?
7.
Okay, so they're gonna take 7 points of damage for sure. And they're prone, which means they will need to take an action to get back up.
And did I need to do anything else to successfully grab the knife? Or was the 20 high enough?
The 20, I'll say the 20 was high enough.
Okay.
Because it's you know, you beat them by 5. And you throw the person down. Because to both grab, like, an object and a person,
Mhm.
like, you would need, rule-wise, 1 hand for each.
Yeah.
So, like,
One on his collar,
in my mind, it works.
one on his waist.
Yeah.
Flip him and drop him. and just hold on to the handle. Just move from the holster to the handle as I'm dropping him.
Yeah, and you have
And
now
pull
a
it.
combat. The combat knife, by the way, does a d6 points of damage.
And I have a move action, right?
Yes, you can move.
And he's prone, right?
Yes.
I'm stepping forward and I'm going to plant all of my weight on his crotch.
Oh my god, I just saw Simon's face.
Um,
Only 225 pounds of Mr. White's attitude. I'm not trying to kick anything. I'm just stepping and shifting my
for
weight.
the purposes of combat, we'll have you roll damage next turn.
That's fine.
But you are like in the process of crushing. Anyway,
That's fine. Just so you know, I have to keep my cool up. That's all.
oh yeah,
I have to live up to the 8 cool that I have.
I'll get back to you next turn. Trins.
Trins, y'all don't see him, okay? But we see it in our little chat. Nasty
I see
girl.
it. I see it. I see it. So Trins has been just standing there and leaning, and when she stood up, she reached out behind her because she had been holding on behind her and didn't want to pull it out. But now she pulls out Wrenchy and she just baseball swings at the guy's head as he comes up.
Ooh.
Because she can. And that has an ROF of 2, by the way.
Yeah, you can swing twice. You're gonna need to beat a 15.
Fucking hell! I can't roll tonight. Okay, so she swings out with the first one and misses, and then she's gonna bring it overhead and sing with the last one.
A 14 that you need to beat.
A 20! Finally!
And it's a crit.
Yes. So so she does 14 damage with her big old comically large sized wrench that lights up, by the way. And I think she's got it rigged so every time she hits somebody it like has a little like, you know, that ding you get at like the fair when you hit the bell on the
Can you roll 2d6?
Yes. 8.
Eight. You swing up, like you said that you were swinging downwards, right?
Yeah, she swung out at his head the first round and then brought it back around to kind of
So
get him on
he
the next one.
moved his head out of the way, putting most of his torso out of reach of Renshi for the second attack. So Renshi finds purview in the only place that
She takes
is
him out at the
open.
balls?
No, you shatter his kneecap.
I mean, that's fair too. I mean, just pulled him on, went for his head. That didn't work. She brings it down and brings it down below and shatters his kneecap. I mean, that sounds like something she would have wanted to do.
He curses in Greek.
Hey, Thangul.
And he
Wait,
was
wait.
going to try to grapple you, but
Yeah. Listen, Dick, that's your name, right? Dick? Because that's the only thing you can be called at the moment. If you're gonna get this close to me, you might consider changing your aftershave.
he's doing it angry and he's gonna attempt to punch you.
Nice.
15 is his first roll, and 17 is his second.
Evasion, right?
Yeah.
So 16 for the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll burn 3 luck on the second to make it a 19.
So he swings twice, but the fact that you've broken his leg makes him unable to actually lean forward.
And a stronger mouthwash would be nice too.
The guy that's currently prone. I mean,
Do you give up yet?
You're putting your weight on his crotch.
Yeah, I'm just shifting all of my weight onto his crotch. I don't want him to get up. I don't want him to fight anymore. I want to take the fight out of him without having to fight him.
Yeah, he goes to get the his knife, realizes that it's not there.
I just wave it at him.
And he will attempt to get out
Okay.
of what I assume is a chokehold. That'll continue the grapple, we'll say. So he has a -2, so you can...
Oh, I don't have him grappled anymore. I dropped him to the ground, so he was
yes,
prone.
but you're stepping on his crotch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
So, let's do opposed brawl.
Okay.
$14? 12, because he's down. Yeah, no, he tries to move out of the way, try to grab your ankle, and the slightest movement just makes him yelp out in pain. We'll get back to Santino. On the second floor, what's their speed? The dudes on the second floor... 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one is here, and the other ones are following.
Uh-oh.
Up on the third floor, hearing glass shatter, this guy enters the room, sees what's going on. One of his friend is still kneeling down, his hand bleeding, and the other guy just got shot at. The dude freaks out and draws a very heavy pistol from
Can he see me? Am I like hiding? Because he's on the couch. Am I like hiding behind the couch or?
You're like, you're not. Well, I don't think you're standing up. You know what you're doing.
No.
So
She's small.
what I'll say is I'll give you a +2 to your evasion.
Okay.
No, that's true. What's your reflex?
Reflex is an 8.
8, so you can dodge bullets. Yeah. So you can try evasion with a +2.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, he's got +11 on everything. That's pretty simple. A 13.
A 13, and I roll for evasion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good. 8 plus 6 plus. I roll a 22.
Yeah, you hide behind the couch as he fires his shot. Misses. It fires through the drywall behind you, into the drywall across the corridor, and out the window, shattering the glass. Santino, on the ground, is pissed off. So he's going to get back into with an uppercut, trying to connect with Jimenez's chin.
Doesn't he have to spend an action to get up to do that?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Where's the get up action? Where is it? Because I think he can't also attack, even though he has a rate of fire of 2. Yeah, so he's forced to get up. He can't... he's not good enough a fighter. He doesn't know martial arts, so he can't, like, combo both into one. So he actually just picks himself up from the floor. And that ends his turn. He is NG. It's up to all of you now. What do you do?
Activate my speedwear.
Oh, well, you activated it on your last turn.
Yeah.
Um, So your initiative, Jinx, is now 17, so you're the first to play. Actually,
Okay.
you should have played. No, that's it. It's I moved the goons. Yeah, you should have played before the goons moved.
It's okay. Who can I see in the goons?
You can see the one in front of Trins.
Uh-huh.
You can see the one in front of Mr. White.
I'll take a shot at the one in front of Trent.
Okay. Aiming for a particular body part. Okay, so you've got a -4. Is it? No, it's a -8. Sorry. Let me just check again to make sure. Aim for the head. -8, yeah.
Okay. So I'll do 1d10 plus 9.
Okay. You need to beat a 20. Do you have 4 luck?
Hey, look at that, I do. Yeah, sure, why not?
You're muted, by the way.
Yes, but if we do both of us, Oh, you're muted. Oh, okay. I'll use 4 luck.
Alright, so you shoot him in the head. So you double the damage.
Two crits.
Okay, one sec. What is wrong with my mouse?
What's 15 minus 59?
What? What's 15 minus 59?
Yeah.
44? Negative 44?
He's at -44. And the bullet got through his eye. In a shower of gore.
But the exit wound is away from Trin's, so it doesn't get on her dress. They're little things.
Sure.
If it went through his eye.
He spins around as he dies, spraying everyone. Now it's pretty much clean and instant. You barely have time to look back up after shattering his knee, Trins, to see like a sudden hole appear in his head and him falling down.
She just kind of like smiles and gives a thumb up, like fully acknowledging.
You're welcome.
Now it should have been the goons. So I did all of their stuff in the wrong order. So Reno and Trins, you're up.
All right. What I had planned on doing was grabbing this guy about the neck because I'm behind him and shooting the third guy, the one that just entered.
That works.
Okay.
We're gonna start with the grab. That's
Sure.
a brawl check.
A brawl check. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. Dexterity still.
And you'll need to
Okay.
beat a 17.
Okay, I could do that. I could do that. Dex is 9 plus 6 plus. That's content. That's a crit. That is a crit. I don't know if that works on non-attacky things.
No, it's only
Roll
on
it-
damage. But if
Okay,
you
so-
roll a 10, you keep rolling the d10.
That's true. It's a 25.
Yeah, you clutch him by the throat. And you can barely hear him gasp. Hard for mommy.
We can arrange that. And I'm shooting with my heavy pistol, which
Yeah.
is... That's not good.
You would need... Look, he's so close to you.
Uh-huh.
It's like... That's like 6 meters away.
We'll see. It's a 14 is what I rolled. Well, no, plus 1. Plus 1. A 15.
15, and you needed to roll at 6 meter
Uh-huh.
a 13. You're
Okay.
point blank. Right
Close. I'm close. Okay, and then 3d6. But that's double ones.
That's a crit.
Okay. So I... Okay.
Yeah, it's weird like that. Like in this game, you crit even if you roll like 2 ones.
Okay, so I rolled another 1, and then what do I roll again? Two more
Well, tell me the
D6s?
damage that you've dealt first.
A 3 so far.
Okay, so that would be 0, except for the
Okay.
crit damage. So,
Okay.
oh no, it's not just a double; it's a double 6 only. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I rolled 3 damage.
so
So nothing.
that does nothing.
That's fine. Did that chip away, that's chipping away at his armor, correct? Or no? I
Yes.
don't remember. Okay.
Yeah, you chipped away at his armor. His armor is now 1 point less than
Okay.
it is normally.
Okay.
Which is not a lot normally, which means that, you know, chances are, if you do the same thing again, you'll break his armor completely.
Yeah, that's it for me then. I'm just holding on to this guy.
Okay. So he is grappled by you, and we would go down to Trins now. I'll put a little fist.
Trins is gonna shift Wrenchy and like put him under the throat of the guy that Mr. White has pinned to the ground, like putting the head of the wrench right into the esophagus,
Mhm.
and being like, "Would you like to give up?" Would you, punk?
Just
Wrong
for
movie,
that,
but it
he's
was
gonna
there.
try to move. Well, can you make an intimidate? Well, it's persuasion. A persuasion.
Persuasion?
check. Yeah, it's weird. Intimidation doesn't exist in this game. It's just another form of persuasion.
It's a 12.
12. Okay,
I have rolled
Mr. White.
once.
If you keep your foot on him, what we'll do is I'll let you roll damage without his armor, and whatever damage you roll will be added to the total of the intimidation roll that Trins did.
Okay, I am. I'll keep my foot there, and I'll make sure I'm shifting all my weight to it.
What's your body stat?
7.
I think you're still in the 3d6 range. Yep. So you can roll 3d6, please.
Okay, I can do that, I think. 6.
All right, 6 without the armor, and that brings Trins' check to an 18. We're just gonna see if he keeps his cool.
Ow.
Yes, get them. You put a bit more weight down on your foot, Mr. White, as the wrench comes up to grasp the guy by the throat. And you can see and smell a puddle forming under the man. He just looks to the two of you, nods. He says, "Please don't kill me." For all intents and purposes, this person will not keep fighting. That was your turn. You can still move, Mr. White, if you wanted to like make your way towards somewhere else, and so Strits.
Yeah, I'll turn. I'll look at him and say, "I'm holding you to that promise," and I'll just turn and actually twist my foot as I turn and walk off toward Santino.
Yeah, he rolls to the side and holds himself. What's your speed, your move?
3. I don't run. I just take my time because that's what I do. But yeah, I'll just kind of be like, play dumb games, win dumb prizes.
Jimenez. Santino is dusting himself up. He looks at you and he's like, "The fuck are you supposed to be? Some sort of white knight mime?"
Jimenez is going to grab for Santino and put him in a arm chokehold and drag him out of the firehouse.
Okay. So that will be a brawl.
Oh, I think that goes under mixed martial arts.
Oh, the chokehold? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me... You know it better than I. So yeah, do martial arts opposed with his what was I gonna say? Evasion. He's got a 21.
23.
Well, he's fine. You've grabbed him. And you begin choking. And choking is your body and damage. Oh no, you're doing the thing where you're gonna wait 3 turns?
Yeah, more or less. But as he's dragging, Jimenez, the mime, is just going to speak. It's like, wow, you just screwed up, you know? You set a very low bar for you to be a good boyfriend, and you just, like, couldn't even step over that. Shame, really. And as he's dragging him out, and maybe if passing Trins, he's just going to say, you know, she just deserves so much better than you.
What's your move stat?
It is 6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can actually drag him all the way up to Trins. Which puts him slightly in line of sight of Jinx's.
I was headed to Santino, so I'd probably be one space over.
Like here?
Wherever would make me closer to wherever Jimenez went. I just probably followed Jimenez.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can be
'Cause-
right next to him if you wanted.
That's fine. I got to keep him alive for the money and negotiations.
Makes sense. So before the goons get to play, Jinx is hyped up on her implants, and she gets to go.
Did I see anybody? 'Cause right now it doesn't look that way.
Nah, your best bet would probably to hold your action until you see someone, unless you wanted to shoot Santino or the guy whose balls were crushed.
Well, I mean, there are 3 guys coming. That's kind of why I dragged Santino out, was because he didn't want to mix it up with 3 people in melee range.
Yeah, that
Coming
makes
from the
sense.
2nd floor.
Okay. I'll hold on.
Okay.
But I do recognize Santino. Right?
Yeah, she Trent showed you all a
You
picture.
would recognize
the
him, yeah.
other.
Do we really have to keep him alive? Santino, I mean.
I'm not looking to be chased by a megacorp right now. Are you?
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll hold my turn to shoot one of the goons.
3 of the goons come down running from the Jinx. I forgot, but if you switch to like a different building, you would be like here and you would see a bit better.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Because then you could see through the garage window, the garage doors, and you would probably see all the way up to that line here. And you would see that the vehicle that they have inside the garage is clearly, or was, a nomad ride. You recognize like how you guys keep building your cars and changing them and adapting them to the highways. That used to be a nomad car.
I'll shoot one of the goons. The one that's closest
Well,
to...
you would have played... Oh yeah, you held your action. So yeah, sure. The one who's missing a hand, or the other one?
The one that is... The one with nobody in front of him.
Okay.
$19.
It still is a 20 to hit. Because it's just the range.
Okay, well, I used all my luck on the last shot, so...
So, the shot ricochets off the cement floor. The goons upstairs move up to Reno. And, well, the one who's grappled is going to spend his action trying to get out of the grapple.
Do I need to roll for anything, or is it just his roll?
No, you roll brawl again.
I roll brawl again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your brawl is going to set the difficulty for his.
You got it.
Crushes larynx, Reno.
What'd you
Here.
say?
Crushes larynx. Don't let him
Crushes
breathe.
larynx. That's 6 plus 6 is 9. Plus, where's my d10? 19.
13. He's still grappled. The other one, though, comes up next to you.
Okay.
And he opens his hand. And from each of his fingertips come out razor blades. And he's going to swipe twice
Okay.
at you.
Okay. Okay.
So you can try to evade if you want. However, if you're keeping the other guy grappled,
Uh-huh.
and you want to use him as a shield,
Uh-huh.
you can roll your dodge
Okay.
with a -2.
With a -2. Okay, I can do that.
Or before you do that, give me the thicken.
You're fine.
Taking cover. Cover hit points. Person.
Where's my d10? There it is.
I thought it was a
Okay.
+2.
Okay, so you're considered to be in cover.
Okay.
You can interpose the person between yourself and the attack. That's a
Okay.
shield. You cannot dodge. Okay, so basically you don't dodge.
Okay.
The person will hit automatically because it's in melee. Whereas if it was in range, there are chances that they might miss.
Okay, so he does hit me.
Well, he hits the shield.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So
I'm having serious deja vu. I think we had this last time we had a huge boss battle. Serious deja vu right now.
you can interpose a human shield. You can still. Okay, so that's weird. Your shield has 20 hit points.
Okay.
Once he dies, it becomes a corpse shield that has as many hit points as the body stat that he had in life.
So he has 40 hit points essentially.
20 right now.
Well, yeah, 20, but
Once he dies, he's gonna have 6.
I was gonna 6. Okay.
But the thing is so long as you're holding him,
Uh-huh.
and you can interpose him between every attack. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll damage for the. Oh, it's a slice and dice. It's not the rippers. Okay.
Okay.
Tinier razor blades.
Aw.
But the two attacks together would deal 16 points of damage, minus twice his armor, so 8.
I love this game. I love this game.
And then the other guy takes his very heavy pistol and fires at you.
Okay.
He needs a 13 or higher. That's a
Okay.
hit. I figure you interpose the person.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He takes 10 points of damage. Oh no, wait, the armor got... Yeah, no, because the blow went through. So he's down to 2 hit points. As you fling him around left and right to protect yourself, he gets slashed twice across the chest and fire once in the shoulder. And he's like, guys, stop!
This is great. I
That's
love this
all
game.
of their turn.
Okay. One handy guy ain't gonna do nothing. No.
Yeah, one handy guy tried to remove himself from the grapple.
Oh.
No, one handy
Wait.
guy had the claws.
Oh, he's the one that had the
Yeah.
claws. Okay. Okay.
So Reno, it's your turn.
I am gonna. So, what would it take for me to finish off the last 2 things? Because I have rippers as well. Could I, if I'm in a grapple with him, could I just pop them essentially?
Yep.
Okay, we'll do that.
So basically, you want to finish him off by just you're holding him and you're gonna pop the
Yeah.
claws out. You don't need
Yeah.
to anything to roll, like it's
Fuck yeah! Okay.
automatic.
Um.
You need to roll for damage. You don't need to roll to hit. But You're
Okay.
gonna need to roll for damage
Ooh,
because
that.
it might
It
not
might.
be enough to kill
You
him.
never know. Oh my lord, what are the rippers? I don't know.
3d6 damage to Rippers.
3d6 damage. Thank you. I did not write that down on my sheet for some reason.
Oh, they're 2d6.
It's
It's
6
two?
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
it's just
2d6.
Oh, 6
Oh
damage.
yeah, Ripper is 2d6.
Okay. That is a 6 then.
Well, that's enough to kill him.
Sweet. Then I'm gonna drop him and pull out my pistol. Or I have my pistol.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the. Who's the one that shot at me?
The one that's full HP. He's right across the room from you. Yeah.
Now we're gonna go for
The one who's missing a hand.
finger boy. I'm just gonna kind of waggle my other hand like, hello. And we're gonna go for a shot on that guy, and that is going to be.
You'll need a 13.
Okay.
But because you are so close to hit, no, he can't. He's not fast enough to dodge bullets anyway. Wrong game.
I think that passes. What is a? Yeah. 18.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. That's. Is that 2d6 or 3d6? I never remember. That's 3d6. Okay. That's a double 2. No, it's only double 6s. 4. 9. 9 damage.
He's pretty much almost dead.
Okay.
You shoot him in the leg,
Okay.
and he buckles over, and I'll be transparent with you. He's not going to try to attack you anymore.
Okay.
You can ignore him as a, just like in a movie. You shot his hand, you shot his femur. That's enough.
All right.
Like-
I'm just rolling my eyes, seeing that, and turning back to third guy. I can't shoot him, but I'm turning back to third guy.
Oh yeah, it's a standoff right now. Standoff in the living room. Trins.
Trins is gonna do what she does best. Get the car started.
Okay.
Because literally the car, like, she had left the car here and just walked.
Yeah, the car is basically right outside the map, so it's 2 squares away from you.
So, yeah, and my move is, yeah, I can get that, don't worry.
Yeah. And it's an
she
action to start a car.
Yeah, she starts the car.
All right.
And she just calls out over her shoulder. No, she's gonna hold that one. I'm gonna hold those 2.
Okay. Mr. White.
Mr. White will point at the ground where the bullet from Jinx hit and say, "That was a warning." And he will follow Amenez out. It's kind of like rear guard with Santino. if someone were to continue to pursue, he'll do something. But
Can you roll a persuasion check?
sure, I can definitely do that. Is persuasive.
You'll need to. Oh, Jesus Christ. You need to beat an 8.
Well, I hope I don't roll a 1. I rolled a 2,
Hey, you did not
and
roll
I got
a
a
1.
15.
The 3 goons in the garage stop in their tracks. One of them still holding his bleeding hand. He knows where the shot came from. They don't move. Which brings us to Jimenez.
Jimenez is going to drag, keep the chokehold on, but pull Santino into the RV.
Okay. You can definitely do that. You have the speed for it. So you get.
Is he going to try to break out at any point?
Well, it's on his turn,
Oh, okay.
which is
I
after
just-
Jinx.
Can Trends, for narrative reasons, just pop the puka and hand the plastic cuffs that are in the puka to Jimenez?
Would have moved, Simon.
Huh?
So I would have moved. I would have followed.
Oh, yeah,
Jimenez.
sure. 1, 2, 3, yeah. But you can even with 3 speed you can get to the RV as well.
No, that's fine. I'm pretending like I'm watching them.
Coolly what? Okay.
Yeah, warning them, just shaking my head like,
The plastic cuffs have been handed over. That brings us back to Jinx, which is your second to last turn of being hyped up. Do you do anything? You see that the rest of the group, except for Reno, are making it to the RV. You can still see the muzzle flash of gunshots from the 3rd floor, but you don't know what's happening.
Irene, are you okay?
Doing just fine, babe. How you?
I'm good. I want to shoot more things. Where are you?
Come on upstairs. The party's hopped.
Can I maybe move to see the guys upstairs in the 3rd floor?
Well, I mean, you're in front of the 3rd floor, so you see these 3 windows. I could look. You can try to shoot through a window and hope you target someone.
Yeah, I don't know where you are, so I couldn't instruct you on a shot.
wait. You're a sniper, right? Yeah. And you have 2 shots per round?
Just one.
Oh, just 1.
Yeah. Big boy gun. Big boy gun.
Well, I would still shoot for one of the top corners and just break the window, where you know you're not going to hit anybody, and then
Yeah.
next
But
round,
but
finish
say the
'em.
problem is that room doesn't have any windows in it. It's just wall.
Yeah, she'd be shooting through a window and through the drywall behind.
It's only one left, really. It's not even with your trouble. I'll get him in a half a second.
Can she locate where Reno is in the room due to the visual links?
Do we have visual
They have
links?
GPS. Yeah, the eyes. It's all connected there.
Oh,
The
okay.
GPS is not precise enough to say which room.
We need to upgrade that.
Okay.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Okay, well, the other ones are everybody else is moving to the RV. We got the guy we need, so
Right. Give me a minute 30. If I'm not there, I'll meet you later.
okay. I'll start moving down towards the end RV, but I'll still have my gun, like my sights on the goons in case they get a bad idea.
Hey, there's no like there's not a no kill order on them. So if they were involved in whatever stuff happened with that Nomad car, that's up to you.
How the hell I shoot one of them?
The one who's missing a hand or the other one?
The other one.
Okay.
That's gonna be a fucking awesome shot if you can make that through 2 fucking walls.
It's a 20.
Oh,
Oh.
you can do it. You can do it. That's
No,
possible.
no, she's on the first floor
She's
now.
shooting a guy. Because on the first
Oh.
floor, there also a guy missing a hand and a.
Oh, okay, okay. I missed that. Okay.
Better. 25.
25 hits. Roll for damage.
$19.
As he gets shot right in the chest, he doubles over, almost falls down, and looks at Mr. White and says, "You told us this is a warning shot!"
You're muted.
The first one was a warning. That one was for fucking with the nomads. The next one is for taking dumbass orders from this dumbass over here.
It's their turn.
Was Mr. White referring to the second dumbass to Santino?
Yeah.
If that was the case, then at that point, Jimenez will actually wave Santino's good arm as a hello.
He's gonna try to get out of that that chokehold. By the way,
Yeah.
he's grappled,
Ooh.
so I'm sorry. It's a 20, not a 22.
And he's inside the RV. And didn't we cuff him?
No, I didn't cuff him yet.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
damn it.
Yeah, so he manages to, like, you wave his arm, and as you do that, he just, like, bring his arm around and gets out of the chokehold. And a little casing pops open on his fist. He says, "I'm
How
gonna
long was
blow-"
he? How long was he in the chokehold though? Because
2
if it was
rounds.
3 rounds, he's okay.
2 rounds. Yeah.
It's like, you let me out, or I'm blowing this shit sky high.
So, if he was in it for 2 rounds, then he would have taken a total of 18 damage for those 2 rounds.
With no armor, he would still have 17 HP left.
Okay.
Cool. Cool.
So it's not his turn yet. He got out and prepped the grenade launcher. Reno. Oh no, I'm sorry. Reno, you're getting shot at.
You got it. That's evasion, correct?
Yeah, you have to
Okay.
beat an 18.
Okay, whew, that's high. Okay. Clear that. Evasion 6 plus dexterity, which is 9 plus. Maybe. 22.
Yeah, you dodge out of the way of the bullet. The guy's like, "How the fuck can you do that?" As you matrix your way out, it's your turn.
Talent. I've dropped that guy. I am jumping over this couch, like stepping up and running over. And I would like to do just some kind of badass running leap at this guy and just pummel him.
Oh,
Big next time.
Oh, wait.
with the big knucks?
Yeah.
All right. You charge up, leap off the couch, raise your fist high, and roll your melee weapon.
Crawling. Yeah.
You have to beat a 20.
A 20? Okay. I'm at 15 right now without my roll, so. Fell off my desk. No, 16. I rolled a nat 1. Ah,
You have a rate of fire of 2, so you can try to.
I do.
So
I do.
your first blow went straight into the gyps of the wall,
Okay.
making a
Fine.
hole in it. You can rear back and punch again if you want.
You got it. 9 plus 6.
You're gonna have to beat a 16 this time.
Okay. Not 36. Oh my god, 9 plus 6.
9 plus 6, 15.
It's adding multiple things on my calculator. Okay, that's much better. It's an 18.
That hits.
Okay, and that's 2d6. That is 2 HP.
You punch him, and it doesn't do anything except breaking his little leather jacket a bit more. And he looks at you and he's like, "That all?"
You said I'm fast. I didn't say I was packing a punch.
Trins.
Trins turns around from the driver's seat of the RV, looks at Santino, and in the words of her mother, a wise and wonderful individual that she is. Wait, I have to make sure I get the right way. She turns and takes the taser that she was building last time and fires it directly at his crotch.
What is with this party just pop balls?
Now, to be fair, her mother, one Holly Gennaro Rastelli, taught her to do this because, you know, there was a thing involving a plane and a really shitty newscaster.
So, fire your taser.
Yes, I has to
He
hold
doesn't
on.
have enough reflexes to dodge a ranged weapon attack.
Cool. This is where did
What
we?
the hell? Deirdre,
What?
can you shift your head completely sideways? Okay,
Yeah.
there.
Y-
Did everyone
you mean-
see it? You have a tiny little black face that appears in your hair from time to time.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's one of the
Creepy.
Mm-hmm.
hold on. It's Wait.
Well,
You gave me the stats for it.
oh, the
Where did
taser?
I put it? Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I roll for it.
You roll, it's handgun.
Okay. Yeah, because you gave me the stats for that. And I put them somewhere, and...
I'll find them. That's not going to be a problem. Just give me your attack roll.
And I'm going to burn my last 3 luck on this.
Basically, it cannot cause a critical injury,
Yeah.
and it doesn't damage armor.
Ooh.
But if you do reduce the person to 0 hit points, it instead knocks them unconscious.
Yeah.
And
okay.
it counts as a
Heavy pistol.
heavy pistol.
Heavy
Yeah.
So it's a 16?
Well, you're point blank, so it's a 13 to hit.
I hit him with a taser.
And then damage.
Yeah, damage is a heavy pistol, so that's 3d6.
Whoa. So 9.
Does a taser stun at all?
And how many rates of fire does it have?
2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so once it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fire
so
again.
it's like once the prongs are out, it fires again, right? Kind of.
Yeah, I'll
the
say you
set?
don't need to roll again to hit because it's connected to him.
Cool.
So just roll for damage.
So yeah, I think that 15 plus 9 takes him to below.
Yes. So he is now unconscious, and we'll go up to.
And she turns and then leaves the leads attached, but hands this taser to Jimenez.
Mr. White and Jimenez.
I'm behind you, so it's after you. Good sir.
Do you do anything now that you have an unconscious Centino in the car?
Do you think you should set his arm? I kind of broke it.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I don't need him bleeding internally. Too much.
And he's just going to wave off the taser. I was like, no, I'm good. He just winces as he looks at the prongs and the extension to the taser.
Okay, if you think so.
Yeah.
Mr. White can attempt surgery, but that's going to take a long while.
It's not surgery. I have to set the arm. That's paramedic.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not doing surgery. I'm just setting it so it doesn't do anything stupid.
Okay, you just want to, patch him up.
I don't want to fix it. I just want to set it so it's not going to get any worse.
Quick fix is paramedic. It's a DV13, which you can use on your turn.
Which is my turn right now, right?
Yeah.
So I will do that. And that means no ones. Okay, everybody? No ones. I got a 2 again.
Yay! But
That's all I needed.
Meanwhile, on the 3rd floor, the thug has had enough of Reno. He's going to attempt to grapple you.
Is that also an evasion roll? Or...
Yes.
Okay. My little calculator.
He's got a 20.
Okay. We're gonna need some good luck. Dexterity is a +9.
Do you have
I'm
luck?
still close. I do have luck. And it's a 15 naturally without my roll. So I think we'll be okay.
You need 6 or more.
I got a 7. I'm okay.
All right.
22.
So his first attack attempted to grapple you. That doesn't work. So the second, he's like, oh, fuck it. And he will attempt to... He's got big knucks. Yeah, he's going to attempt to punch you.
Okay. Is that another evasion roll? Or
If
is it
if
only
you want
one?
to dodge out. I don't think you're going to need to roll.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah, he got a 3. Yeah, he says fuck it. He swings and misses. That would be your turn. Since you're the only one in combat right now because nobody else knows what's happening.
That's true. I'll try and make this fast. Let's go for an uppercut while I'm just dodging underneath him.
So you're aiming for his head?
Yeah.
That would be with a -8.
-8? Okay. Whew, okay.
You'll need to beat an 18.
I don't think I can do that.
Is it a -8 even with just the... I thought that was the ranged attack.
No, it's for everything.
Okay.
Anytime you do a called shot in the game, it's -8. All across the board.
And it's a 20 to hit? There's...
Yeah.
I mean, unless I hit
an
crit.
18 to hit.
Oh, an 18? I would have to... Okay. That's a 9. That's a 9. I think that's... Let me math it.
You also have luck.
No, I didn't do the math right. It's a 16. I didn't do it.
Do you have any luck?
Oh, I do. I do have luck. It's an 18. I'll spend 2 points of luck.
All right. Then it connects to his face.
All right.
Roll for damage.
I'm rolling damage. The garbage. It's a 4.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any
damage.
armor on his head.
That's true. And then I have another... and I've got another punch.
Yep.
Not aiming for his head, just going for him.
Okay, this time
That
you're
is a
gonna
crit.
have to beat a... Oh, well, yeah, I also rolled very high. No, I don't think you're gonna hit.
Okay, so it's
I rolled a 37.
Wait, what?
Exploding dice.
Okay, all right. So I gotta roll another crit then. It's happened before. That's rolling,
Actually,
let me just do
31,
this
because it doesn't explode more than once.
first. Okay.
Yeah.
But still, you have to beat a 31 if you want to.
Okay, I'm close. I'm close right now. I think I can do it. A 32. A 32. Holy
That
fucking
actually
shit.
hits.
I did not hit a crit, but I got real close again.
And roll for damage,
That's 5 damage.
but that's to the body.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, I'm not hitting with a.
His armor is almost broken.
Okay. That's
He's
all I got. That's it for me.
he's fed up and realizes that nobody's coming for him. So he's gonna attempt one last ditch
Okay.
to grab you.
I love playing with this guy. Let's go. Okay.
19. He wants to throw you out.
Okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing that's happened to me. It's an evasion. That's a natural one. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see. Dexterity. A 16. So close. But no, he's got me grappled.
He's gonna bring you... What's his speed? What's your speed, mister? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that kind of works.
That'll get me out the window.
Yeah, he's throwing you out of the window.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
And as the window shatters, the group in the RV would see the form of Reno being thrown out the window. If you wanted to let like a shot loose,
Yeah.
you'd have like one last chance to fire.
I've got
at
my
him.
gun in my
Can
hand.
Jinx see this?
Probably now.
Yes, she can see it now.
It's handgun. Okay, that's not bad.
13 to hit.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get that. That's reflexes. Oh yeah, I hit with a 17. Okay. And that's 3d6. Ooh, that's good damage rolls. That's 6 plus 10. 10 damage.
Jinx, what do you do?
Fuck off. Is she falling like right above me?
You were across the street, but you came down. So you're on the street. You're in the street, and you see her being thrown out of the window of a third
Okay.
floor.
And that guy.
See,
Well,
be
it's
careful
actually
before
more
you
of
get
a
out the window.
fourth floor because of how high the first floor is.
Listen, Simon. I did think about that when we entered the building.
Just don't die on me and I can fix it.
I mean, I probably won't die from this fall. I got a good. My body's pretty good.
Okay. Has it been a full round since? Can I reactivate my speedwear?
You still have one round of your speedwear left.
Oh, I have one round. Okay. Well. Okay, I lift my gun and shoot the guy, but I wanted to catch Reno at least soften the fall a little bit.
I'm gonna smash
You
you.
have a choice. You can run under Reno and try to grab her, which will negate her falling damage. Which
do that.
would be 6d6.
I would probably survive that. Just letting you
But
know.
also, she would gain the broken leg critical injury.
That's true. But I mean, fuck it,
Yeah.
Shit heals. I broke a leg before, baby. Don't worry about me.
Do what feels right to Jinx. Your friend's falling out of basically a fourth story.
I will
Yeah.
absolutely survive this fall, even if he maxed out with 6. Just letting you know. So, you do exactly what Jinx would do. If that's catching me, then catch me.
Yeah, I think Jinx is gonna try and catch Reno.
So she's
And, like-
clinging to her empathy.
Yeah, trying.
All right.
Which is good because we have therapy set up for next week.
Can you give me an athletics check? You're gonna have to beat an 18.
You can do it. You can do it. It's gonna be tough, but you can do it. And if not, then I get a robot leg. Fuck it. I got humanity to spend. Let's go.
You were pretty sure you were gonna fall back first onto the street, Reno. But then you feel like 2 arms catching you as you fall into the arms of Jinx.
So romantic.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Sarah
I'll be
McLachlan
back.
starts
Don't worry.
playing
Don't worry. I'll be back.
in the arms of an angel. The ASPCA, there's a commercial somewhere
A
playing.
dog slowly
Yeah.
crying a single tear.
I want one little thing though
Mhm.
to finish this out, because I need this to finish this out. The camera to kind of pan to like Santino kind of waking up as Trins is sitting in the driver's seat, and she kind of leans over and looks at him and says, "After all your posturing, all your little speeches, you're nothing but a common thief. I could definitely do better."
That's a quote from which movie?
For those of you keeping score, I had to get to 10. For
That was the 10th Die Hard quote.
Oh,
Well then.
Jimenez will just lean in and whisper something to her, and nobody else can hear it but her. That's it. Nobody else gets to know it.
Come back next week to find out what Jimenez says.
Yeah. So, let's go around the table. I know we ran over,
It was good running over them.
but it was, yeah, we rarely have fighting with multiple opponents. So, I think it's happened like 3 times. Which is okay too. But yes, please tell us who you are, where we can find you. If you have anything to plug, let's go right ahead. We'll do the same order as we did the intro, so we will begin with Reno.
That's me. I am Reno O'Adelaide on Twitter and everywhere else, Adelaide Gardner. I am with a team called Action Fiction, where we make role-playing games. Our Kickstarter for our very funny expansion for our first game starts on Tuesday, so please go check that out. Every little dollar helps. We get a lot of people that we need to pay. We've paid them, but you know, they need money. Okay, give us money. Yeah, I'm on this game. I am on Faithforge Academy, which is a podcast. I'm also on Goldheart Group's channel, and on Valdriance on Saturdays. So go check those out.
Up next is Anino.
Hey everyone, my name's Anino. You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming. This Sunday we should have an episode of no, I keep forgetting that. No, I don't have anything else going on right now. But tune in to my channel, which is Anino_gaming on Twitch. And I'm doing a actual play of Marvel's Avengers. So tune in for that sometime soonish.
Up next, Rin.
Hey, I'm Rin. I have nothing going on except Cyberpunk, which is awesome. So keep watching, please. Yeah. That's it.
Chris.
Hey everybody, my name is Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. You can find me here on Mondays as the host of Adventures in Castle Falkenstein, but not next Monday. All you Americans out there, enjoy the long weekend. The rest of you, we'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope you have a wonderful Monday evening without us.
We
And
also
here on
have a
Fridays-
Monday holiday here.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Then Canadians, you too can have a long weekend and relax, enjoy it, whatever it might be. And in Fridays, I'll be back here as the illustrious Dr. Frost, aka Mr. White. And yeah, the other thing that's going on, Omens Rising is still making a lot of progress. Some really cool things are happening behind the scenes. Really hoping that we get a little bit more that we can show soon. Unfortunately, pandemic things keep happening. So keep everyone in your thoughts and prayers. And we're going to get through this together.
Whoops, and Deirdre.
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre Donlin on Twitter. Praxagorth has me euphoria as you see me around on Twitch. And I had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you, friends, for letting me be wonderfully indulgent and play how many diehard quotes can I put in Trinz's dialogue tonight. But as for me, you can find me back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for the end of season 2 of Black Flag. Rapscallion campaign. We only have 3 episodes left, and it's now season of consequences. That is what we're talking about. Season of consequences. And then you can find me over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel on Wednesday for some Witcher Family of Wraiths. And other than that, check where I'm going to my Twitter, because I was posted where I'm going to be, all the great people I get to hang out with, all my wonderful friends I get to tell stories with, and all of the great stories that I get to write. But until next time, bye.
And I'm Simon at Wandering DM. I would just like to thank everyone for coming by tonight. Thank you to all of you who followed. Thank you to all of you who hung out in chat. Thank you to our sponsors, Magen Press, Found Familiar, Roll20. Thank you to Art Alsorian, both for the game and for the Jumpstart kit that we gave away. And thank you to our partners, Level Up Dice. We will be here tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern for Black Flag. And then we will come back, like Chris said, not on Monday, but we'll be back on next Thursday for some more Dragon Age. We have also some new shows coming up in late September, early October. So keep an eye out for that. And otherwise, we will see you next week for the finale of this season of Cyberpunk Red. Bye, everyone.